We're at the 76th Annual Convention of the American Bell Association being held in Charleston, West Virginia. And at each convention, we have a behold room where people exhibit bells of a particular theme or some of their favorite bells that we can look at. And the one that we're going to focus on right now is Kelsey Murphy Cameo glass bells. At last night's opening ceremony, we heard a presentation on Kelsey Murphy Cameo glass bells, which was absolutely fascinating. We actually got to see the glass blowing and how the different layers are applied. So if you've ever seen an old-time cameo, basically it's layers of material applied to a bell, and then the artist who has a design carves away from the outside in to create the image. And that way every single one of them is unique, because it's never going to be carved exactly the same. These two bells were created from the same design. It's overlaid, and they chip away at it with sandblasting, as a matter of fact. And there'll be just slight differences, as you can see here. This shows it in more detail, where you can see ever so slightly how different they are. And Kelsey Murphy and her partner created this whole process, and they make these absolutely spectacular bells. But it takes hundreds and hundreds of hours to perfect a design, let alone the actual bells. And I don't remember the exact number, but it's the kind of thing like for every 100 bells they actually try to make to end up with, they only end up with maybe 1 to 5, because they can get all the way down through the bottom layer and all of a sudden there's an imperfection and the bell will absolutely explode. And some of these bells were made with 12 different layers of material that have been carved through. Look how absolutely gorgeous this is. And the owner of these bells has done an awful lot of research. These are done on Pilgrim Glass from the Pilgrim Glass Company. And there are books and all kinds of materials that we use for learning about the bells that we own. Now in the bell room, in the behold room, we're not allowed to touch the bells, but I've been given permission, and I'm just going to pick this up so you can look more closely at, see all that shading? That's having, she cuts through from the outside and then more toward the inside, and that's what gives the different colors that will show through from the inside out. And here that you can almost see the various layers, but that's a whole lot more than just two colors. There's just tons and tons of layering that goes into it. So we all own different kinds of bells. We own lots of different kinds of bells, and that's what makes the American Bell Association so interesting, because we have so much to share with each other. So I hope you'll go online, check us out, read about the magazine that we publish several times a year with full color pictures of bells and stories and indications about them, how to preserve them, how to take care of them, how to show them, how to buy more of them, how to sell yours. Check us out, americanbell.org.